fills the skies. Your mighty words display for all to see. The beauty of your majesty makes my heart to sing. How marvelous, how wonderful you are. Beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one I so must see. Beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one I so must see.
My eyes still wait for you. Capture my heart with this love, because nothing on earth is as beautiful as you. My eyes still wait for you. Capture my heart with this love, because nothing on earth is as beautiful as you.
Beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one I so must see. Beautiful one I love, beautiful one I adore, beautiful one I
Okay. Okay, now for the real thing. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, now we're gonna have the pastor of the City of Praise, my grandpa, Pastor Lodi, and he's gonna talk about how we pretty much have everything and a lot of people have nothing, and that's why he's helping out with a mission in Kalimantan called City of Praise Kalimantan, I think. Yeah? Okay. And so, yeah, he'll talk about more than that, so, yeah, Pastor Lodi.
First of all, shalom. I can't hear shalom. What is that? Shalom. Hey, okay, you're awake, right? Okay. You know, I came here for a special purpose, to tell you how blessed you really are. Okay? But first of all, I wanted to thank my grandson Joshua Bartlett, who actually done this whole thing with Mrs. Barton, and also Ray, my daughter, and the rest of the crew, and all of the kids that I know. Many of you I know because you're always swimming in my pool, right, for the last 4 or 5 years. But anyway, you know, you are really lucky children. You have this great America. You have great parents. You have a great school. Yet all of this you take for granted. You know that? You take this for granted. You do not actually know. That is the whole makeup of America. America has everything. The problem is we do not know anymore between black and white. It sort of gets fuzzy gray, you know, and everything just stands without any reason. You're here. What is the reason you're here? Do you really know why you're here? Let me tell you one. You're blessed. You're really blessed by God. I can tell you. Yeah? You know, in a few minutes I will show you a video of many kids that we have in Indonesia, hundreds of them, yes, because they're being shipped to Saudi Arabia, shipped to many places of the so if you could understand that, you'll be on your knees all day thanking God for what you have, the parents that you have. These kids have nothing at all, you see. So what do they have? Well, they have us, yeah. The future is in, their future is in our hand. But let me tell you one thing, the future is in your hand. But you see, before I show you the 15 minutes video clip, I'd like to tell you about myself, very short, so listen very careful, we don't have much time, okay? My name is Pastor Lodi de Ridder. My last name is Dutch. I'm actually from Holland, but I was born in Indonesia. I worked very, very, very hard all my life, became an American citizen. I was here when I was 20 years old, worked very hard, went to school, did this and that, became an engineer. One day, I was in our office in Israel, because we have offices mostly all over the world. There came a time that I couldn't do anything, but it was Yom Kippur in Israel. And Yom Kippur, nobody wants to work, you know. Even Israel don't even know what Yom Kippur means, okay? But never mind, they're all off and they didn't want to work. So I had to make a choice, go back to California or stay there. So I stayed there. My brother that lived in Holland, he came, and I was with my secretary that is in Taiwan, because my head office is actually in China. So, I don't want to make it too complicated, but anyway, they asked me to show them around since I'm there 9 years in Israel. 9 years, I've been in 9 years in Israel, it's a long time. Okay? So I know all of the places. So I took them here, I took them there, where this Jesus was. I didn't even know who this Jesus was. You know, said, oh my God. But anyway, here's where he walked. And so we came to a place, the Sermon of the Mount. Do you remember the Sermon of the Mount? Yeah? Okay. Well, the Sermon on the Mount is a place which is a high place with a ramp down like this, okay, and going into the Sea of Galilee. To the left of it is Capernaum in English, or Capernaum in Hebrew. Okay, so we went up there and I showed them where Jesus stood and spoke. And there's a big, big tree up there. I stood under the tree and I looked and I said, hello, hello. And the thing was, woo, 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 woo. The problem was there were no people. You know what there were? Banana trees. Yeah, Chiquita Banana. Yeah, the Sermon on the Mount, Chiquita Banana, it's called that. Yes, the hill of bananas. I mean, millions and millions of banana trees. I never see them. They're very smart, those Israeli people, right on the dirt. Bananas grow, unbelievable. But anyway, when I came up there, I seen 3 buses stop. 3 buses, big Mercedes-Benz buses. I looked inside, and there were passengers in there. 100 passengers in each bus. So they came and made a lot of noise. They're from Italy, you know, Italian people make a lot of noise, you know. So they come. So I went up there, I make a lot of noise too, you know. So I went up there, and here was this guy, this Jewish guy, a little guy, you know, with no hair, and he had a big horn to speak. And I asked him, can I join your team? You know, to listen what you have to say about this place, because I like to know too. Okay? So he said, of course, you can stand up there. So I stood up there. So he had this big microphone, and this is what he said. He said, and this is the place where this Jesus used to stand talking to all of these dumb people, because nobody wanted to listen to him. And oh my God, you know. Then something happened in me. I heard a voice. I heard someone talking to me. I heard somebody hitting me with a baseball bat and said to protect my name. So I went up there and I grabbed him and I went bang. I said, don't you ever speak like that about my friend again. And they thought, gee, this guy is crazy. You know, I had to run with 300 of those Italians. I'm scared because they throw meatballs and and spaghetti. So I was out of there, man. That's it. So for 5 days I was contemplating, said, wow, who was speaking to me? Was that this Jesus they were speaking about? The Jesus that I really didn't know? Remember, I was 47 years old. Some of you are much, much luckier than I am. You know Christ now. The beginning is now. My beginning was 47 years old, so I got to run, and I got to speak so fast because I'm running out of time. I'm almost 70 years old, you see. So you have an advantage. I want you to take care of that advantage now, today. Based on the story that I'm telling you. Because otherwise time will run out for you as it is running out for me. So anyway, after 5 days, I thought by myself, this is just a, you know, I wrote it off as maybe some kind of disturbance in my mind, my emotions going wild and all of that. And so I told my brother and my sister, my secretary, why don't we go to the sea of the Dead Sea, which is called Yam HaMelach. So we went up there, spent the day up there, and I forgot all about this Jesus thing and all of that. So we went to Eilat. Now, Eilat is on the southern part of Israel. There is a city called Eilat. It's like Las Vegas. Yeah, everybody goes up there. Oh my, you should see a lot of sin up there. So I have been there, and I have peeked up there. I looked at all the girls. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know Christ. That's okay. I was much younger then, you know. So I said, hey, let's go up there. I know this place with all these girls on the beach. They're from Sweden, they're from Holland, you know. And I don't know what they're wearing, but they're not banana leaves. But anyway. It's a true story. So, we had a little tiny car, a Mazda, a blue Mazda. We rented, I think, I don't know, $20 a day, whatever. So I drove the thing, and we have a 3-hour ride from Arad, the city of Arad, going to Eilat, through the desert of Sin. The desert of Sin is a desert that is really of sin, I tell you. It's bloody hot, about 124, 130 degrees. Many people die just on the road. So we had to go through there, and my brother is making fuss about my secretary that is so small, and that his eye goes like this, and he says, your eyes are so small. I said, of course, he's Chinese, you know. He said, what can you see? What can you see? Can you drive? So Teresa takes the keys from me. I'm going to show you, brother, I'm going to drive. So I said, okay, you drive for 1 hour. I will drive 1 hour. He will drive 1 hour. So you go drive, and I'll just fall asleep for a few minutes. She got into the car and drove. She's a good driver, very good driver. And she drove. After 20 minutes, I woke up with bang, and bang, 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 and I looked up there. And she drove 20 meters down a cliff. The left, she died. She died right on the spot. Brain spread all over. Yeah. So I was wondering what happened. My legs were in 9 pieces. Broken arm, 5 ribs broken, my sternum in hand, and this one broken hand. It took me 14 months in a wheelchair. I went all over the world with my son Marvin, with 2 telephones, trying to run my business. Can you imagine? But let me tell you one thing where the story ends. When I was in the car, my brother took me out of the window, pulled me out, and then my leg got stuck in there because my leg was off. I didn't know. There was no pain at all. Still 5 minutes later, when it goes, whoop, 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 all the pain came. Huh? But anyway, then I looked on top, there was this mountain going up a highway, and people were coming down. About like 30 was said, oh my, these must be the Bedouins from this area, because it was very close to Jordania. At that time, there were tanks up there, they were still fighting Jordan. Yeah? They're always fighting there. Anyway, so when I looked, I couldn't see, because see my head here, a piece of bone stuck out, and my whole eyes were all blue and red from blood. I couldn't see anything. Then I felt someone with big hands, very nice soft head, holding my head, and said in Aramaic, can I pray for you to my Father in heaven? Or maybe she says, to your Father. I forgot exactly what it was. I didn't understand that well. It's old Aramaic. I do speak Hebrew, not all that well. I used to. But anyway, so when she said that, I said, yes, yeah? And in fact, I asked her, Toda Rabah. And so she prayed for me. And then she went like this with her hand, boom, and my eyes were just beautiful, real nice. I could see her, and she had the thing on like this, like the Bedouins had. Very old kind of clothes, but very new. 31 people up there holding a carpet over me. Yeah? Until then, the helicopters came, the military came because of this accident. Yeah? And they already radioed the one dead, and I'm almost to die. Right? So they came with the special helicopters to pick us up, to take us to the hospital. Yeah? And so when they picked me up, the people left. I seen them go up. I told my brother, hey, you know, Peter, he said, go up there, go to this lady or this man or whatever it was a kind of tall guy, you know, or tall lady, spoke like a lady, you know, and I said, get their address so that I can said a nice thing, you know, thank you very much. You know what Peter told me? He said, "You'll go crazy, kid, ain't nobody here." You see? So, who then was it that prayed for me? See? That's the question. Some people say that those were angels. I do not know. But I'll leave this up to you to figure out what it was. But let me tell you one thing. After that, I really start to listen to God. See? The message is that you should listen to God now. Don't wait until God says with a baseball bat and hit your head almost off. Because if He wants you, let me tell you, He wants every one of you. I guarantee that. And some of you have a special task. It's your responsibility to know this task and do this task in the kingdom of God. As I'm doing now. Well, I'm only 70 years old. You see? So you have a long way to go. I have not much to go anymore. The timing is as such that I have 2 more minutes left. Yeah, so that was pretty good, you know. But you see, the accident that I had really told me the story from that God really wanted me. Well, who is this God? I still didn't know. I went to school. I went to Fuller Seminary for many, many years. Got a degree in theology. Then I started to find out who Jesus really was. The story goes on and on and on because, you see, to convert, to say, yes, Lord Jesus, I love you and I'm part of you, it's not just in 1 second or 5 minutes. It's sometimes a lifetime course. It takes a long time. But you see, that is why Paul had said, who can be holy? You know, he called us hagios. But hagios translated means saint. That means on the way to holiness. And that is what you are. You're on the way. Where are you? See? And don't ever lose track of that as to where you are. Now I'm going to show you a movie from what we have in Indonesia. All of these kids that we have that have nothing, totally nothing. All they have is you. All they have is me. All they have is our church. And their future is in our hand. Right? So after this, we have some envelopes up there that I want you to give to your parents. A very, very nice write-up about what I just told you, the story, except it's an elaborate thing. There you see the whole thing of it. There's some pictures about Indonesia and about the children, okay? And then there's a question mark there. Okay? I want to give that to your parents. It's very nice. It's not asking for anything, but it is really giving them a message. Okay? That they should also get up and support you even more after they read the letter. They will be more supportive of you. Because you see, the future is waiting for you. Yeah? Can you imagine? In a few years up there, you will have Joshua Bartlett, the President of America. or maybe the other Josh. Where's the other Josh? Hey, nobody does. There, right, okay. Yeah, that can be. Listen, this is just, yes, it is not a dream. But you see, the mission starts with a dream. If you have no dream, you got nothing. So once you have a dream, as Habakkuk says, get on the rampart, speak to God, okay? Have Him show you what the dream is. You will see a mission. And once you see a mission, you will know. I mean, the vision, then you know what your mission is. But until that time, you're just spinning around. I want you to be grounded in what is your mission in life. Even though you're only 12, 13, 14 years old. Yeah? But the mission is already set. Remember Philippians 1:6, it said that he who has started something good in you will what? Will finish it. Okay? Well, but you got to be ready to finish it. A lot of people say, well, I'm waiting for God. But let me tell you one thing. God is waiting for you. Amen? Okay, that was my story. Now, let me show you the little movie that we made. It's been cut down from a 30-minute movie. The ones that we will give to your parents is the full thing. This is half of it only, because otherwise we'll run out of time. Okay, kids, God bless you.
Reaches to the heaven. Your faith reaches to the heavens.